The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our webinar today. We're going to be talking about how to turn your SharePoint online platform into a really powerful gamification and learning management system. My name is Kevin Vogel. I'll be your host today, and we'll be walking through just a few slides here, and then we'll actually go to a live demo of CRAN and show you how it can enhance your learning and education of your employees in really a new and streamlined way that not only will help your employees learn faster, but be more productive. So let's get started with the webinar. So gamification, this is something that really has come about mainly because of the millennials. They have a different way of learning, a different way of communicating than people my age. I'm a little bit older than they are. In fact, my kid isn't even a millennial. He's the next, I think, Generation X. So I'm a little bit out of touch. But the new people that you're hiring for your companies, the new people that are coming out of college, they have a different way of doing things. And gamification is really something that has taken off in companies that are hiring new people. And even it's funny how even the older generation, I'm learning this way now too, and it's really a fun way to get your information quickly in what we call little snippets or bites of information at a time, and it really helps you maintain and really retain the information that you're getting. So what we're going to do is talk about how and why we developed CRAN and how you can leverage your Office 365 environment with CRAN. We're going to, like I said, do a full demo of CRAN and the gamification and the learning management systems, and then we'll have some next steps for you along the way. Now, I will let you know that you can ask questions during the webinar. I'll try to keep my eye on the question box here on your go to my webinar, and if you have a question, something that maybe I didn't cover or additional information that you want, please just type it in there and I'll try to get to it as time permits, and we'll definitely have one at the end of the session here. So why did we do this, and how did we come up with CRAN? Well, first of all, we've moved over 2.5 million users to the Microsoft Cloud, and those are Office 365 seats. That's over 7,000 companies. And one of the things that we found out by having that large an audience is we can actually ask questions. And even if we only get a 10% answer from that group, it's a pretty substantial amount of information. So we actually use this this medium to help us, come up with programs that are useful and that people really want to see in their environment. So what we did is we actually talked to or surveyed our 7,000 some odd customers and found out what they were looking for in a gamification and learning situation. And that's really how we came up with CRAN, that this is really something they need and something that they want to have in their business. They really just didn't know, first of all, how to go about to do it, but second of all, it was costly, the systems that were out there. I think you'll see that CRAN is a very, very cost-effective, and really time to value on this product is unbelievably fast. You'll see how quick these lessons will have value to your people. So let's talk about what we've done. So a lot of people, when they look at what they're doing for learning, is they're still doing it via spreadsheets, little check marks, who took what, what courses are available, and most of the time they can't even figure out what curriculum they need or really want for either new employees or certain departments. So they're working off a spreadsheet, and their current platform really isn't engaged by their team. In other words, it's out there, but we're really not using it because it's either old or the information gets old very quickly. and I'm making coworkers sign into yet another program for their learning management system. So they got to learn another username and password, and they got to figure out where to go. The beauty of Office 365 is we're finding out from our customers is it's really their cloud platform, and they try to do as much in Office 365 and the environment that they already own with all the security and all the authentication already built in. So that's really one of the reasons why we built it on SharePoint Online, was to take advantage of that. Can my coworkers take learning courses on any device anywhere in the world? Obviously, with cloud, access is probably the #1 benefit you get out of cloud. No matter where you are, if you can get to the internet, you can get to Office 365. And the beauty of SharePoint is you can look at it on an iPad or an iPhone, an Android tablet, a Windows phone. It really doesn't matter what device you're looking for or what browser you're using. You'll be able to have access to the information. So it's really a key point that our customers have told us about. Office 365 is the company's enterprise-wide communication and collaboration platform. Therefore, we want to leverage the investment that we already made. And that's where this gamification and CRAN really pays off, because SharePoint's a great platform. It really is. It's very robust. But unless you're a SharePoint administrator, unless you grew up with SharePoint, it can be cumbersome to manage and cumbersome to really exploit the advantages of SharePoint. Well, with CRAN, which is a pre-configured site that needs very, very little SharePoint knowledge to manage, you'll find out that how easy it is to create courses, tests, and have your employees using the platform very, very quickly without really having a lot of SharePoint experience. We don't want to pay for something that is outside Office 365. That's why it was developed in the SharePoint Online platform. Our learning materials are in silos. In other words, each department has really created their own little learning platform. For instance, sales might have one, and manufacturing might have another, accounting, and so on. This way, all of your education is in one spot. It can be in a very similar format all the way across your corporation and if your people move from department to department, it's not like they have to learn a new system. We currently do not have a standard platform, so this is what that CRAN's all about. Our organization would benefit from a single hub with all of our learning missions, and that's really what this is. No matter what department you're in, you'll be able to benefit. So, what really CRAN is like I said, it's a SharePoint online and learning platform. It runs inside of SharePoint. Now, once I show it to you, you'll find out it really doesn't look like the SharePoint I think you know, and that's because we've developed the platform really from scratch, and it's really friendly. In other words, it's very easy to use. There isn't a lot of gadgets or things. You point and click, and I'll show you how easy. All the videos and documents and PowerPoint presentations are stored in SharePoint libraries. What does that mean to you? Well, SharePoint built into it is versioning. So if you are changing your curriculum as you go, you could see the different versions and how you guys have evolved over time inside of SharePoint. CRAN allows corporations and or department trainers to create simple, effective microlearning scenarios to improve, monitor, and process end-user learning. So it really is simple, and we're doing it here internally at Champion. We're developing courses and information really quickly, and in our industry, as you know, technology changes every day. We needed something for us that could be very easy to maintain and very easy to update as changes are being made. So the trainings are really made up of missions. And these missions then have assignments inside of it. And you can have a single assignment for a mission. You could have 100 assignments inside a single mission, depending upon how complicated it is, how involved the procedure is. And you'll see that it isn't just training people on Office 365. I want to get that across right up front here. This you can set up to really train anybody on anything. In fact, we have training missions for our phones and our copiers, and how we recycle, and it really doesn't matter. So if you're in a manufacturing plant and you wanted to teach somebody how to use a drill press or any type of equipment out there, like I said, you're developing your own content. So it's very, very easy, and you get your subject matter expert to really help the rest of your company become proficient in whatever you are designing. And assignments can be anything from video, PowerPoint presentation, Word documents, PDFs. It really is a very robust platform that you can use to get the content to your people. After completion of assignment, you can, and it's up to you whether you want to give them a quiz or a test at the end. And like I said, the administrator can set that up. It can be a yes and no, true and false, multiple choice type of quiz. You can put down a passing grade so that these people have to be able to pass, for instance, on a drill press before they would be allowed to use it. Or if you're doing one of those forklifts in a warehouse and you want them to pass a test on how to operate the forklift, and until they pass it, they can't operate it. Those type of things can be accomplished. After completing all the assignments in the mission, the student takes a test, and if he passes the test, he earns a badge, and maybe even if you want to give out prizes, things like gift cards or days off or things like that that can really incent people to actually use the platform. And we're finding that those type of incentives really get people to use it, but you'll also find out that we've built in competition. And we know that most people are competitive, and they like to really see where they stack up against their coworkers. And the funny thing is, with a couple of our customers, they actually have, it's almost like a fantasy league in football where they're looking at the leaderboard all the time and see who's winning the education league. So it's really a fun platform to be on. So consider microlearning and stackable learning segments. This is something that came really from our customers, that you can't give them an hour-long video for them to sit down and watch and retain the information. You'll find out that, at least what we found from our customers is lessons should be somewhere between 90 seconds and 3 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark, because that's what they can retain, and that's where, you can keep their attention for that period of time. Assign one learning objectives per mission. So you can define mission objectives right at the beginning. For instance, like I said, using a forklift. Without passing these 14 videos, watching them and passing tests, you can't operate the forklift. Use video, and I will tell you that look at YouTube. I mean, if you have kids, or you have millennials, or ourselves, I can tell you, my wife is showing me a YouTube video almost on a daily basis of something cute that she sees. Videos are really the way people communicate nowadays. And technology has really been made very, very accessible to everyone out there with their ability to create a video, whether it's a cell phone or a tablet or a professional camera or GoPro. It doesn't matter. You'll find out that you can really create content with webcams and things like that are very, very professionally done, and a really neat way for people to get involved in the training, especially people that you feel are competent, that can pass along their message to the rest of your organization. So the benefits of CRAN. CRAN's, like I said, this learning system will enable you to design and push learning missions quickly. And like I said, you can develop a mission in less than an hour if you're looking to do it, and get it up and running in just minutes inside the environment. You can bring on new employees, new customers, new business partners faster, and engage in learning games. Increase adoption and engagement in learning through gamification. One of the benefits that we didn't even see from this, but our customers are telling us, is not only are they using Office 365 and using SharePoint, but once they're in there, They're looking at some of the other things that are available in Office 365 that they've never seen before, like Delve and Sway and Planner and all the applications that are available, and that's because they're accessing more than just mail. Let's be honest, that's the key program that most people use in Office 365. They can apply meaningful reward system based upon accomplishments with CRAN. They can promote teamwork and collaboration. Like I said, leaderboards are very cool in the corporations that have adopted this. They really, it becomes a competitive way for people to, learn and have fun around learning. Notifications, news feeds, things like that. They can be designed to meet the needs of any size business, whether you're a small, 20-man shop or whether you're a couple thousand users. You can absolutely use this platform to educate your employees. Enable users to start, resume, and complete training across devices. Okay, and all the other things that are part of the CRAN are just part of this. So let's get into the demo. And now I'm going to switch over here. One sec. Oops, sorry about that. And we'll hop on to, oops, I don't want Outlook. I want my browser. Okay, so here is CRAN. And as you can see, it is part of Office 365. It is part of our SharePoint that's in here. If I go to SharePoint, you'll be able to see CRAN right down here, Gamification, and it can be just one of your SharePoint sites that you can have people have access to. Very simply done. In here, you can see that we have a lot of missions. Now, missions can be derived by department. So, for instance, for IT, they'll have different training than HR or accounting or marketing or so on. And if you're, luckily, we're using Office 365, so you can see that this is Kevin logging in. And Kevin, because I'm an administrator, I have access to everything. But if one of your people in accounting logged in, they'd have access to the accounting criteria. If they logged in from sales, they'd have obviously the ability to do sales. So, and anything that corporate wanted everyone to have as part of their training. And in here, you can see that we have quite a few training, and these are all things that we do here internally. We have 36 different missions that we can have people take. And in here, if I click on this, now, by the way, you can absolutely put these in whatever order you want to put them in. So we just have them in here. OneDrive is a hot topic for us right now. Root is another one of our program or offerings that we have that run in SharePoint. Why don't we take a look at Root? So once you can see, I just clicked on Root, and what's going to happen is it's going to access SharePoint and bring up the criteria for SharePoint. So you can see that Root, watch videos and learn and earn a badge. You can see that this is how many missions that are involved in Root. You can see that I've taken 2 out of all the missions that are here. And you can see the check marks on the ones that I've taken already. You can go in here and very simply click on the next mission, or really assignment. I'm in a mission, and start watching a video, and this will play.
Now we are going to do a little deeper dive into the power of the Root intranet and how it can be used throughout your work day.
So you can see, this was all content that we developed internally. It wasn't something that we pulled, off the web or something like that, even though you can do that. I mean, if, for instance, we did not reinvent the wheel when it came to our phone system. So when we wanted to do a phone system here, how to use the telephone, there were very professionally done Cisco videos about our phone system. So we went in there, how to use the phone. Do you want to start this mission? Yes, I do. Mission started successfully. So you can see in here, I can play a really nice Cisco video that came right off the web and allowed us to teach people on how to use our phone system. So whether you create your own content, whether you get it from either your vendors or your partners out there, you can include all of these things inside your CRAN environment. You can also go in here. You can see that this is my dashboard up here. So if I go over here and go to my awards dashboard, it's going to go in here and show me the points that I've earned. Give it a second here. The rewards that I've earned. So you can see that I went in here. I've taken 2 of the root courses in here. From a reward standpoint, here's what I have available. So if I, for instance, if I complete our Canopy Award, I can win a $1 Starbucks card. If I take our Champion Overview, another one, and so on down the line. And you can set all of these up yourself, just like we did, and be able to really reward your people for passing a course and getting a certification and taking advantage of your CRAN environment. Now, they can also go in here and earn badges. I haven't earned a badge yet, but you can go in here and earn different badges. And this is really the cool part. For instance, our president is the #1 point scorer out of our whole company. You can see that Mario's right on his heels and Lisa's right there. And, you know, I'm trailing everyone. I better get on the ball here and start passing some tests. And, you know, this is all built right in here. These are the current missions that are available to me. I can go into missions right from here. You saw me go into Root. I can go into OneNote. I can go into OWA email right from here. So all of these things give me the ability to learn about these different products that we're doing. Very simply, very easy to do once you're in this platform. So, you know, with the mission map here, I can go in here and see the different missions that are available very quickly, very easily to do that. I can also go in here and look at my points. You'll see that this scroll bar here gives you the ability to give messages to your people, and these are fully programmable by you. You can put, you know, messages in here. For instance, if you're having a certain event, or if you want to make sure that they fill out their benefit package or whatever it might be, you can set up these very simply to you know, do whatever messaging you want to do. In here you can give descriptions, so you can see that 32 people viewed this video. We got a like. It was published on this date. You can see that we have a whole bunch of information here about what the video is. All of it really done without having to have any SharePoint knowledge at all to be able to administer and work inside this platform. Now, one of the things, and I have to, oh, I guess I don't have the administration panel here. Hold on one sec. I got to find it. I'm looking for it. I'm sorry to hold you guys up. I'm just looking for the administration portal. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't have, for some reason, I guess they changed my permission, and I used to be able to administer this, but I don't have it in front of me. But I will tell you that it's very, very simple to do. I'm probably, in fact, let me try to log in as a different person into Office 365, which does have permission. So give me 2 seconds here. I will log out and sign in as a different person. So give me 1 sec here. Sorry, let me just log in here. Take me just one quick second. And but one of the things that we found out about CRAN was that the more people use it, the more they start using other things in Office 365 because they're actually in it for a period of time. And I'm trying to figure, oh, here we go. Okay, so let me go over here to SharePoint. We'll go into CRAN. And we're off and running here. Okay, so now you can see that I have the administration tab here. I got tips and tricks, reports, and so on that I didn't have before. So if we go into the administration tab, you'll see that we basically have a step through. We have step 1, step 2, step 3, and so on. Step 1, you're really only going to do once you set this up, and then if you add different roles as you go, you'll come in here and add a role. So you really won't spend a lot of time in step 1 except at the beginning when you're setting the site up and if you start adding different job descriptions as you go. In step 2, same thing. As you're adding departments that you want to streamline or really focus training around those departments, you can go in here. So for instance, you have sales here. You might want to do outside sales and inside sales after a while, which you can go in and change. You're going to be spending almost all of your time here. And this is where you can go in and create missions and create assignments for people to use. And I'm going to show you how easy this is to do. Now, first of all, you're going to see that you can have active missions. And these are missions that are right now being displayed on the portal that your people will see. And if you have other missions that you created but now are, let's say, older or not relevant anymore, but you might want to bring them back later on, especially if it might be a seasonal type thing, if you're in a seasonal business and you want to do it for the Christmas season or Easter or whatever it might be, you can go in and activate and deactivate your missions. But to go in and create a mission is really a step through. So I go in here and I give it a mission title. And it really could be anything. So I said Easter. So let's do Easter just so. And this will be the bunny hop. Right? And I can go in here and select a department or I can select multiple departments. So I'm going to select our executive and our salespeople that have to take the bunny hop course. I can give it an order inside. If you remember, we were 1 through 36 there. I probably want this to be 37. So I'm going to stick it down there. I can make it active right from here. So in other words, if I didn't want to activate it, if I wanted to be working on it in the background and not activate it, I could not click this button, but I'm going to click it just because we're going to do this really quick. I'm going to select a timeline. How quick do they need to complete this? Is it hours or days? And I'm going to say days, and they got 30 days. Okay, now I can upload a mission image. So I don't know if I have a rabbit out of my hat, but we're going to go in here and take a look in my pictures. Hold on, I got to find them. And go into my pictures, and I'll pick a horseshoe. It's close enough to, and I need a badge for when we award badges to these people, and I'll just pick another badge. Now, obviously, you can see I'm a Colts fan, so that's why those things are in there. I click Save and Next, very easy. So now I have a mission, I have a department, I have a job role that's assigned to this. I can now start adding assignments to this. So, for instance, if I want to give it a video, and I'm going to go in here and browse my videos and pick a video of this, and it sticks it in there. I can give it an assignment link. I can give it a description like how to do the bunny hop. And the order, I'm going to make this number 1. And via the assignment link, I can embed this directly in, I can embed a YouTube video directly in here, so I don't even have to download it and stick it inside the SharePoint environment. You can if you want, but you know, you can also just link it to, you know, just like you see in a lot of other sites out there. I can give it points. Anybody that completes this gets 100 points, and I can give additional comments like good luck. Right? I can, again, make it active now and say save. Now, the one thing I should have done is add a question, like how many hops are in the bunny hop or whatever, but you can go in here and add a question very easily to this environment. Like I said, you don't have to be a SharePoint administrator to be able to do this. You saw how simple it was to do, and all you got to do is have the content created. As you can see, the supported formats can be anything from, you know, a WNV file, MP4s, your PowerPoint presentations, PDFs, any of your new Word documents, even the older ones, so you can see right here. So I have a video, I got my comments. I'm going to add a question that I forgot to add. So we're going to say question, how many hops in the bunny hop? I don't know how many, but we're going to say it's 1, 3, 10, or 20, and we're going to choose the answer to be 20. You can see that it actually entered that information there. All you have to do is put a comma between each one of the answers, and I hit save, and your question was added successfully. So you could see that it was that simple. I can add another question if I want. You can have, like I said, multiple questions for different assignments, and then you can have obviously a lot of questions for the missions to be able to work. So you'll be able to see that down here at the bottom, hopefully, or where's my bunny hop one? I'm sure it's in here somewhere. But if I go back to the main page, it will be there. So if I go home, it's probably pretty easy to find my emblem down here for the Colts, and you can see it's the Easter one, and I told it to be number 37. It was that simple to add a mission and be able to now give it to the right people to use. So in the administration portal, like I said, in step 1, 2, and 3, you can also have additional learnings here. So if you wanted to add additional learnings, it's the same format that we already worked with. You can also, this is where you actually do your rewards. So when we're talking about the different rewards that you want to give to people, and as you can see, to go in and add one, you click on add a new item. It brings up an action, and you can put an image here. So let's say I wanted to use this badge, and the action would be bunny hop, and I hit save. So it's that simple to add a reward. We can go in back up here and look at navigation. How are we laying things out for different people? So you can see home, additional learning report. You can see all the subcategories here. Very simple, very easy to work your way through here. And the last one is settings. So this is where you would go in if you wanted to set up a passing grade. You want people to get 85%, you want them to get 70, whatever it might be. Number of questions per assignment, you can put that down. Duration in hours. All this is configurable by you by just going in here, clicking on this button, and we can go in and make those changes. It's that simple for you to do. Tips and tricks. If we click on that, just to walk you through, this will take you to another whole page. So if you want to go in here and basically you can do a frequently asked questions type page that will give your end users any of the help. You know, people start asking questions, just start adding things right in here, and it's basically a list in SharePoint, as you can see, that you're accessing right from the portal. You can go in here, let me just go to the top again. You can get a report, and this is something that managers really like, because this gives you the ability to see who is taking what tests, and in your department, who's not taking tests, right? And are they passing? Are they failing? What certifications, what badges have they got? All of this can be done, and you can sort this by department, by job roles. Even if, let's say, you're the telephone guy and you want to see all the people that took how to use the telephone, I can go down here and see who's gonna, and just search, and who's using the telephone. Well, luckily I'm using the telephone. So you can see that all of these people, you know, if you put something out there, you want to make sure it's being used, that people are actually, you know, using everything that you have in here. You can look by date. You can look by what's completed, what's right now been started but hasn't been completed yet, who failed some of the courses. Any of these type of reports are very, very easy, and then you can export them to Excel. So for some reason you need to take it into a meeting, show people what's going on. It's all built into the tool. So as you can see, this is really a very simple way to do gamification, but it's also a lot of fun for your end users to be able to go in. And you know, the funny thing is, they start suggesting courses. You know, we should have something about how to set up an expense report. We might have to have something on, you know, I don't know where to go to plan my vacation days. In other words, to go in and submit vacations, or any of those type of things that, you know, are simple to people that have been here for a long time, but not people that haven't been here, or new people. So very, very intuitive way to help people learn more about your company, learn more about your business, and you already own SharePoint. This is just a simple tool that people can start using SharePoint and be very productive around it. With that, and I will get back here to the presentation. You know, you can learn more about CRAN and the gamification and the learning system and meet with your champion representative. Just go to www.messageops.com. You can click on the SharePoint Gamification Learning System tab that's on there. You can go to championsg.com and go to events and find all the different webinars and everything that we'll be doing over the summer here. We are going to be doing more webinars around our other products like CRAN, we talked about today. We have Root that's out there. We have things like Vine and Canopy. So you'll find out that we try to offer a lot of different solutions around Office 365 to help you get the most value out of your Office 365 environment. I'm going to see if there's any questions that came in while we were talking here. And okay, and looks like there are a few, so give me 1 second here. Can you look at leaderboard by department, mission, and person? And I think you saw that in the management console. The answer is absolutely yes. So if you're, for instance, the manager of sales, you can go in and just look at salespeople. If you're, you know, in HR or whatever it might be, you can go in and look at each department. The reporting feature, because that was the other question here, is absolutely in there. It is exportable, so you can go in and queue up a report and then export it to an Excel spreadsheet, and you'll find out that who's passed, who's in the middle of taking the test, especially if you put a time limit on the test. Like I said, you can we put 30 days on the bunny hop, but you can do, you know, any amount of time, 1 day, 1 month, 1 week, or you know, any hours if you wanted to, for them to be able to pass the course. With that, I mean, I think we covered everything. I'm going to try to give you back some of your time today. I really appreciate the time that you spent with us. And if you have any questions, please feel free to either go to MessageOps.com, ChampionsG.com. We actually have a chat feature on the site. Someone's always monitoring, so if you have questions, or you know, just give us a call here at Champion at any time. So thanks a lot. Have a great day and have a great summer.